When you can't sleep at night, what goes on your mind?
Okay, if I fall asleep now, I'll get 6 hours and 32 minutes of sleep. Okay, now it's 6 hours and 31 minutes. And now exactly 6.5 hours. Sigh, it's gonna be a long night. This is it. Then eventually it's like, so to balance it out tomorrow I'm gonna need 9 hours and a half. Nope, 9 hours and 31. And it just keeps going. This is so me. Gotta stop checking the time, it makes the sleep anxiety increase knowing how little time I have left. Then I get on Reddit and it's all out the window. Then before I know it it's 9 a.m., time to start working and I've been awake since 4 a.m. That I can't sleep. Have you tried counting all your past regrets? I would never stop counting. He's gonna snore soon. The baby next door will cry soon. The upstairs people will start stomping soon. If I could fall asleep I'd get an hour. I can't sleep though, because what if the sounds start? I'm so worried about the sounds. I'm always waiting for the sound, signed, a person with severe misophonia. When you're about to go to sleep and you get an itch, crap, I can't sleep. And it all starts over again. Every mistake I've made in the past decade. Do you replay past conversations and wish you said something different? Either that or wish it never happened. Horny relatable, you think we could give each other a hand with that? Thinking about my crush. The creepy video I just watched on YouTube 2 hours ago and thinking that it broke into my house trying to get me. A tactic I use is to close my eyes and imagine a scenario or fantasy that I have. Most of the time it's shit like what I would do if I had the power to control time and who I'd fuck over with it. Or I'd think up other scenarios like how I'd rob a bank and shit. Once you get into it you end up falling asleep. The fact that we all are going to die someday. All the ways my life would be different if I had done this instead of that, or if this had happened instead of that. When it's pitch black in my room, all I can imagine is that there's someone else in my room trying to stab me and I just imaging the feeling of being cut open over and over and over again. Sometimes I get out of bed and laugh or smile and act like I'm okay with being murdered just to prove to whatever entity or person I imagine is watching me that I'll have the last laugh because death won't bother me. I imagine my stomach getting cut open every night. I image what I'd look like from the murder's perspective. I practice screaming in my head and I agonize over what action I could possibly take to protect myself from my unseen killer. In the end I always do the same thing. I turn on my bathroom light and stay on my phone until the sun rises and I sleep until whatever time I have to get up at. When I was a senior in college, I was in a musical performance class that met once a week where a select few in the class were expected to memorize a song we'd been working on throughout the semester. Today, I'd been chosen to perform. I already knew what I'd be singing that day, had memorized the words back to front, and even brought a printout of the lyrics with me to look over a bit more while waiting for my turn up. Then I got up there, sang the first 8 bars, and the rest of the lyrics, packed their bags and caught a flight out of my head. Had to make up words until my brain turned back on, and since this song was the rare one I was singing in English, everyone could understand what I was making up. At least when I'd sing in a foreign language, only a couple people could tell when I'd lost the lyrics, but this time everyone would have known. I think my made-up words were just good enough that they couldn't tell, though I'm sure at least a couple people knew my brain was out to lunch. I still can't remember exactly what all I sang, but the snippets that I do remember play over and over when I can't sleep. There weren't even that many people there, and there have been bigger fuck-ups than mine. Hell, I highly doubt anybody there remembers this song. But I'll be damned if I don't care about any of that while I'm laying awake at way too late o'clock.